Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. What we do around here is bring about conversations of a psychological, mental health, emotional health paradigm. We do that as often as we can. We continue to be in that process on a consistent basis. We've got over 1,100 of these for your listening pleasure. We try to add as often as we can, and hopefully that schedule levels off a little bit in 2021 and or 2022 and beyond. Good gosh, back a year? No, thank you. Anyway, signs of high functioning depression is our conversation for today. If you're looking for coaching with emotional and mental health instabilities, relational challenges, career related challenges, career coaching, habit change, all sorts of stuff. Would love to be of assistance to you. Please feel free to reach out at PO Perception on Twitter or in the About Me section of this YouTube page. Either way, we'll get you where you need to be, and we'll make that happen for you. In any event, the first thing to look at is, are you constantly tired? So tired doesn't just mean physically exhausted. It also means mentally and emotionally exhausted. So the inability to concentrate, the inability to think, the inability to focus, the inability to follow through can all be signs of a tiredness that is caused by a depression. When your mind is constantly working against the desire to kind of reset itself. That is the idea that we have to reset ourselves continually, but we don't really want to. We have to consider ourselves continually, but we don't necessarily know how to. Or there's always a feeling that I'm not doing enough, or I haven't done enough, or I'll never be enough, or I'm not enough. When you're dealing with that on a consistent basis, it makes it extremely hard to move forward, which then leads to issues with focus, procrastination, challenges with how to see yourself appropriately, how to work through different issues as it relates to who you are, who you want to be, who you're becoming, and all the challenges associated with that. When we begin to understand that doing that is something that becomes overwhelming for us, then we start to kind of push back a little bit and go, am I doing enough? Have I done enough? Will I be able to do enough? And all of these are things that we don't necessarily want to look at, we don't necessarily want to see. But the reality of the situation is we aren't always necessarily going in a direction that is healthy, smart, intelligent, or any of that. And so that becomes a bit of a challenge moving forward. The next thing is if we're constantly dealing with anger and sadness. So the figure eight of negative emotion usually is tied in one form or another to different forms of anger and sadness. That is the idea that we go from angry to sad, back to angry, back to sad. So the focal point there is, what I think I want, what I'm capable of achieving, what I want, what I need, where I'm at. All of those things become overwhelming, they become frustrating, they become unhealthy and unbalanced, and so then I begin to burn out on the idea, just the concept mentally and emotionally, that there isn't a release or a relief both from what I'm dealing with. And so when I don't have release, when I don't have relief, I go to addictive behaviors. And most addictive behaviors, not all, but because there could be healthy addictions, but the majority of addictions are negative behaviors, and so there are challenges there that lead in that direction as well. And so, obviously, if we're dealing with addiction, it's something that most people don't want to deal with, right? But that doesn't mean that it isn't real and it's not there and it's not something that they feel that they're compelled to deal with or feel they have to deal with. And so the challenge there becomes, how do I make healthy decisions in the midst of feeling in the throes of addiction? Even addiction to negative thinking in that scenario can become a problem because you don't necessarily realize how ahead of you your mind is getting, but it becomes problematic regardless. So, hopefully, this is helpful to you. I encourage you to check out our archive. I encourage you to subscribe, like, comment below, all that good stuff, and make the new year the best one yet. Obviously, that can be challenging some of the time. But anyway, until next time, keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.